So I hear that you're a big fan of Beyonce.
I love her.
I wish I could say that Rihanna still loves Beyoncé like she did when she first blew up, but unfortunately, that's just not the case. There's definitely tension there. But what exactly went down? Did the fallout have anything to do with Jay-Z? Did Beyoncé intentionally try to sabotage Rare's career? Better trust me when I say that I have all the juicy details. So back in the day when Rihanna joined the entertainment industry, she was mentored by Jay and in the process, got to meet Beyoncé. She actually even revealed that Queen Bee once gave her a letter and advice since she was already an OG in the industry.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or...
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me just let loose when you perform and just have fun and be in control.
However, it soon became pretty clear that there was a bit of tension between Beyoncé and Rihanna, which sort of escalated when Beyoncé released her song Bow Down, seemingly telling all other female artists that they had to bow down to her. Well, coming from someone who had also sung about girls running the world, so many people said that Beyoncé probably took it a bit too far with the lyrics.
I think some women are offended by it, but there's so much that we are offended by or not offended.
She did try to explain that she was coming from a point of pain. While detailing how she came up with the song, Beyoncé told iTunes Radio,
"The reason I put out Bow Down is because I woke up, I went into the studio, I had a chant in my head. It was aggressive, it was angry. It wasn't the Beyonce that wakes up every morning. It was the Beyonce that was angry. It was the Beyonce that felt the need to defend herself. And if this song never comes out, okay, I said it. And I listened to it after I finished, and I said, this is hot. I'm gonna put it out. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna just put it out. People like it, great. They don't.
Regardless, fans still said that the song was really alive.
I just feel like it's kind of, it's hard to swallow. Just very hard to swallow, having seen her in a different light for so long.
A lot of celebrities also reacted to the song, with many claiming that Rihanna also refused to bow down when she wrote, "I only know how to be number one. I could use a challenge. How'd that feel down there on your knees, huh?" At the time, Rihanna also reposted an article that said she was the queen of pop and captioned her post, "It's only March, people. Hashtag 2013 is already owned. Hashtag stay tuned." And after those comments, the Beehive descended on Rihanna because they saw that post as a response to Beyoncé. Shortly after, Rihanna caused the Beehive to go completely off. Beyoncé posted what looked to be a subtle response to Rihanna's post. She posted a photo of her and her daughter Blue Ivy's matching chairs for her sold-out The Mrs. Carter show, probably to prove that she was the real queen. But Rihanna wasn't quite the only artist who called out the song. Keisha Cole also wrote on Twitter, "I can't stand when people are self-righteous when it's convenient. It makes them look good, but can still talk ish when convenient to F out of here." She also wrote in another tweet, "First women, we need to stick together. Now bees better bow. Shaking my head, but it's all G chicks stay shooting in the ash." But here's something that may actually shock a lot of you. Bow Down was allegedly actually written for Rihanna and not Beyoncé. Songwriting brothers Rock City, the same ones that wrote Rihanna's hit songs Man Down, We Can't Stop, and Replay, revealed in a podcast that they wrote the song in 9 minutes and expected to deliver the track to Rihanna, which would mean Beyoncé lied about writing the song when she was angry, when in reality, it was a rare reject. Well, Beyoncé definitely tweaked a couple of things here and there for the song to make sense for her, but the bottom line is that the song she used to shade Rihanna and the other female artists was not even intended for her. And there have always also been speculations that Beyoncé and Rihanna don't get along because of Jay-Z. And because of that, Beyoncé tried all she could to ruin Rihanna's career back in the day. Allegations actually circulated that Rihanna was having an affair with Jay-Z. Just for a bit of background, in 2005, Rihanna's song Pon de Replay came out and attracted the attention of Jay-Z, who had just become the CEO and president of Def Jam Records at the time. Riri auditioned for the record label, impressing both Jay-Z and record label exec Reed with her performance. And apparently, Reed told Jay-Z not to let Rihanna leave the building until she had signed a contract. She waited in Jay-Z's office until 3 a.m. to sign her 6th album deal with Def Jam. At the time, it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to Rihanna.
Working with Jay and having a collaboration with him is just one of those things that everyone dreams to do in their musical career. And here I am at 19 years old with the #1 single and featuring Jay-Z. It's just, I can't fathom it sometimes. It's just too much for me it's overwhelming sometimes.
Well, that was allegedly until Jay-Z started hitting on Rihanna, and word on the street was that Jay actually had an affair with her. However, Rihanna's publicist also said that they came up with the rumor to push Rihanna's career by saying in an email, "The PR stunt I did was out of desperation to help break Ponder Replay. It was reckless, and I didn't think it was gonna work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what was fixed." The publicist also said that they didn't think it would be that big of a story, but seeing Beyonce suffer and knowing that people were profiting from speculations and opinions about her really turned his stomach. Then he added, "I'm ashamed that I'm even talking about this. I just want to put this rumor to rest once and for all. But you know what? I've seen enough in Hollywood to know that people can be paid to lie. And this publicist may have been paid to say all that he said, especially considering Beyonce and Jay-Z are involved. I know these two would do a lot to get their way, and a lot of people were convinced that since Rihanna was on the rise, they tried to dim her light, and we all know that it wouldn't be a first, right?
They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died.
I'm just saying it's a bit sus. In fact, there were allegations that Jay-Z went behind Rihanna's back and leaked her album Anti prematurely to help prop up his wife Beyonce's Formation album. For those who may not be aware, Anti leaked on Tidal earlier than it was expected, to which led to Rihanna releasing it herself, offering up free download codes for fans to hear the album without paying for it. And apparently Jay-Z did that intentionally. Something else that proved there was definitely tension between Caree and Beyonce is their continued beef. At the Tidal press conference, and an insider even spilled about what was going on behind the scenes, saying they refused to stand next to each other or speak to each other. Handlers and coordinators went to great lengths to keep the divas happy. The whole show was carefully choreographed, and these two had almost nothing to do with each other. Well, at one point, Rihanna tried to clarify that there was no feud with B when she told Vogue, "Here's the deal, they just get so excited to feast on something that's negative, something that's competitive, something that's, a rivalry. And that's just not what I wake up to, because I can only do me, and nobody else is going to be able to do that. But if you don't believe a word she said, you are not alone. Plus, here's another thing to think about. Rihanna and Beyoncé are both wildly successful icons in the entertainment industry. So why haven't the two megastars ever collaborated? Their connections to Jay-Z would have made their collaboration simple and cost-effective. So why don't they have even one song together? Also, do you find it a bit sus that Rihanna performed Umbrella during her halftime show performance at Super Bowl, and Jay-Z didn't hit the stage with her despite being at the big game with his daughter Blue Ivy? Maybe there's really nothing between Beyonce, Rihanna, and Jay-Z. But what do you think? Do you think Beyonce tried to sabotage Rihanna's career? In your opinion, didn't have anything to do with Jay-Z's sound off in the comment section below. And if you thought the tea was hot in this video, wait till you see the tea I'm spilling in the next foreign.